And good morning. Welcome to Talk on the Bayou. Ken Friedlander, happy to be back on the air and with you once again. Bud at Master Control. And Talk on the Bayou brought to all of us by Lady of the Sea General Hospital, focusing on quality health care. Rev, RTC, E-Tel, and Vision Communications are now Rev, Kaylee B's internet service provider for streaming. Thibodeau Regional Health System, the Cancer Center at Thibodeau Regional, an accredited program, providing comprehensive cancer care for more than 17 years, and we thank them all very, very much. And, of course, Rev's the official internet provider for KLEB streaming as well. Morning, sir.
Bonjour.
Bonjour to you. Yeah, you're working.
I guess. I have no idea.
I can hear you. You have your headset?
Well, someone just turned my headset down. But anyway, I'm here. I'm here.
You are
I
here.
get the message. I'll leave. Hey, anyway, how was your weekend there, Kenneth Charles?
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. How about you?
Listening
watch some
Saturday night.
Yeah.
And the Tarpons got a little revenge from last year's defeat to Homer Christian, HCA. When they got the over 30-point lead, I faded away in a deep sleep, but they apparently had a very, very great evening on the basketball court.
There we go.
Congratulations, Tarpons.
There we go. And that's always good to see, always good to read about, always good to listen to the ball game, the coverage.
Right. And we had Casey on the play-by-play call, and Coach Brian Colley was in Tampa, Florida on
What?
on a Christmas party for his brother's company, and we had Coach Damien Saint-Pierre filling in as the color analyst for the game.
I was at one of the games and certainly enjoyed watching it and always cheering for the Tarpons.
We hope so.
Well, since I have a grandson playing for them, I think that's the way to do it.
We hope so.
Yeah, you're right. All right, let's see what we have here. Phone line is open, by the way, at 693-1600. You want to give us a call? Give us a call. We love hearing from you. I see that I'm looking at some regional news, which I kind of consider local news as well. A 20-year-old was arrested, booked in a shooting outside the Superdome after a state championship game. One person was arrested as nearby officers who were there escorting teams to the game responded quickly, rendering life-saving aid to the victim.
Again, multiple shootings in the city, the safe city of New Orleans. It's an old song. It's getting out of hand. But
hard to understand that type of thing where people should be enjoying themselves going to a ball game, and here you go, you have people carrying weapons, carrying guns.
Again, you don't have to have metal detectors all over the place, but they're pushing us to the point of to walk into a restaurant or a bar, you may have to go through a metal detector. But anyway, we have a caller.
Let's go there right now. Bonjour, you're on live on Talking the Bayou.
Hey, good morning, Truck Ken and Buddy. How
Hey,
y'all
man.
doing, man?
We're doing all right. How about
Billy.
you, bud?
What's up, Billy?
Man, it was so hot last week on that phone at Talk of the Bayou. I gave Buddy a pair of welding gloves this week.
No wonder he's got a leather shirt. Oh, he's on camera.
But he don't burn his hand, man. He was grabbing that phone, and that phone was hot. You know, he had some hot topics, so I didn't want him to hurt himself. So I gave him gave him some welding gloves. Keep it cool a little bit, you know.
Well, we officially have a camera on him, and I don't know if he's got the guts to. Oh, there he is. He took the
Look
welding
at
gloves
well,
off.
look at that.
He took the gloves off. I can't believe this.
Okay, so I mean, I heard a lot of. I just had a positive. You know, we hear some negatives, a lot of negatives, and I agree with a lot of the negatives. But I went Monday to a positive.
Mm-hmm.
Now we talking about since 4 years ago, Golometa Middle School has been closed. So we had a meeting, and I was surprised with the people that was there, the old timers, middle age and young, and restoration of the Golometa Middle School, and kind of serve both ways, keeping the historical part, and then I believe the two-story building, which is in the back, past the cafeteria and all's coming down. But that building's going to be rebuilt, and we're still talking about let's go another, if everything will, maybe 2-3 years before the school's actually open. Restoration of the gym, and that's one comment I made. You got a gym in Golometa, you got a gym in Galliana that survived. You got a flat roof at Solid Foods, LCU, and Lockport that didn't make it. But the buildings are sound, and but I liked what I heard. I just wanted to tell you I liked what I heard.
Well, may I interject? I left my phone after the ball game by accident in the gym, and I called the following day. But I said on the air I was shocked when I went to recover my phone. I drove up to a gym, and I didn't realize there are no school kids. There are no kids attending school at the old Golometa High School, the middle school. Yeah. And they're relocated to Upper Elementary.
My old school.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize the whole campus was shut down except for the gym. And again, that gym is a fortress the way it's built. And obviously, we have to do something for the floor, which is in the planning of the rebuild. But it's gonna take some time to get that school back in action, and it is sorely needed.
Yeah, and I mean, again, to bring back goal, you gotta think about, and I heard a lot of people talking, on the radio, but maybe a lot of people don't realize. I'm glad that they're doing what they're doing. Trust me. I mean, they're talking paint, LED lights, upgrades, spruce up, and the structure, sound, and so it's going to be nice. But again, I heard about the mold problem in Cutoff, and I'm saying, I don't know how bad it is that you can have kids. It's up to whoever's in charge or whatever, whether the kids can attend or not. But you got to realize down here, I don't think a lot of people realize, they took kids. You can say from Besson Street, West 107, and then across the Bayou, East 70, probably 74th, all the way down to, let's say, the parish line or Dogri or wherever you want to call it. You got Galliana and Golometa kids all crammed up in up elementary school. Then you got from pre-K. You actually got two principals at the Golometa Elementary. You got from pre-K, kindergarten, first, second, and third grade, and then fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. No, excuse me, take out sixth. Fourth, fifth grade, all at one school. And then, now, grant you still got a Galliana Elementary, so you don't have, they kind of pulls the burden off of the double up and on the elementary because you got a Galliana Elementary, but then you got to realize all them kids from Galliana Elementary and all them kids from Golometa Elementary all attend that upper elementary in Golometa. So my point is, I know y'all got a mold problem. I know, and we're dealing with. And correct me if I'm wrong, but cutoff is probably pre-K, kindergarten, first and second. I mean, you got a Norla Rose, you got a Sala Rose, you got a LCO. I'm sure if we can do it for 4 years, need be that relocation and fixing schools, and I don't know if it's that bad that it needs to be done, but I'm sure
it is bad. It is bad. And
well, if it's that, my point is, if it's that bad, and if it's that bad that the kids need to do, then you do. Look, we've been doing it for 4 years down here, and I'm sure, if we can squeeze all the kids from Galliana and Golometa into a middle school, which Ken Freelander was principal of, I'm sure they can take the kids at Cutoff Elementary for safety reasons and put them, accommodate them between North La Rose, which is by your house, North La Rose. You got a North La Rose Elementary, you got a South La Rose Elementary, you got a LCO. So I mean, between all them buildings, you're not accommodating all the kids from Galliana and all the kids from Golometa into a little upper elementary. You're accommodating pre-K, kindergarten, first and second. So,
well,
I mean, that's just a thought. I know. Hey, if they got to move them, they got to move them. If they got to keep them, they got to keep them. That's not my call, and that's whoever's calling the shots.
It's a logistics nightmare, and they have to. I'm sure they are trying to figure out how to handle this issue. They did some remediation work during the Thanksgiving holidays at Cutoff Elementary, but
right.
The school and the parish, as we discussed last week, they have to work on the problem right now. We don't have time to say, oh, let's wait till next year. We're not kicking the can down the road. We need to fix it now.
No, you're right. They need to fix it now, but I guess my point is saying whether to move the kids or not. Again.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't. That's not my call. But like I just said, where we are in the Golometa area, we kind of crammed. But we may. Apparently, they're making it work. It's been working for 4 years.
But
and
again,
it's a larger area.
That's a school board call, and if they had the room in Golden Meadow, they're making it work. I don't know if we have the room Galliana, Cutoff, La Rose. I don't know, but the school board's going to know.
I don't know neither, but I want to shout out to there was and Hank wasn't on the board when I called, but I called a couple of times, and just a little thank you above it. But thank you for Marion Fatita. I mean, she's not even representing this area, but I mean, she sure cares about the people down here, and she was all in support of that, restoration of Golometa and that gym and everything like that. So I just wanted to, give them a little compliment and a thank you. We get, I mean, a lot of times they get blasted. But I'm just talking about the restoration that's going to happen in Golometa. Now, again, we're gonna wait and see what happens. But time will tell. Again, on our part. But anyway, besides that, we was a 2-point conversion from going to the playoffs, man. But it just didn't happen. So
my FanDuel account loves that they missed that extra 2-point conversion.
Man, if he could have threw across his body, they had a receiver wide open in the end zone. But
that's why he's not a superstar.
Well, he'll get there. So, but anyway, look, Truck, y'all take care. And
all right, Cap.
I'll listen out, and we'll see what happens next.
All right, Cap.
we appreciate you calling, certainly. That's bottom line for us.
Okay.
There you go, Captain Billy Joe Brunet.
There we go. It's about time for us to take our top of the hour break, which we're going to do right now. Bring us the LRN News and Weather, brought to us by Lady of the Sea General Hospital, focusing on quality health care, and State Bank and Trust Company. Cajun Banking, served just the way you like it. Member FDIC. We'll be right back.
Region Cajun weather. For the roads this afternoon, we'll have sunshine with a high of 74. Partly cloudy with areas of fog tonight, low 58. Patchy fog to start Tuesday, otherwise sunshine, high 72. Wednesday, patchy morning fog, mostly sunny with a stray shower for the afternoon, high 72. For New Iberia this afternoon, it's going to be partly sunny with an isolated shower, the high 78. Partly cloudy, patchy fog tonight, low 60. Some fog to start Tuesday, otherwise sunshine, high 78. Partly sunny with a stray afternoon shower Wednesday, high 76. I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi on the Ragin' Cajun.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Andrew Greenstein. Senator John Kennedy introduces a bill that would double the maximum that teachers can deduct from their taxable income for spending their own money on school supplies.
Right now, a single teacher can deduct up to, depending upon the amount spent, $300 for classroom supplies that she or he buys personally and is not reimbursed for. My bill would double that to $600.
Kennedy says he introduced a bill mainly to get a head start on it. He'll reintroduce it when the 119th Congress convenes next month. Late last week, the Louisiana Department of Health detected the first possible human case of the highly pathogenic strain of bird flu. State epidemiologist Teresa Sokol says while symptoms of bird flu are similar to those of regular flu, the person must have come into contact with an infected animal such as a bird or a cow.
If they haven't had contact with an infected animal, then most likely they have some other common virus that we see in our community every year and not bird flu.
LRN.
Looking for the perfect stocking stuffers? Then give the gifts on everybody's wish list this holiday season with All About the Jingle scratch-offs from the Louisiana Lottery. Visit any lottery retailer and pick up Holiday Jingle. Win up to $500. Add to the fun with more Jingle and win up to $12,000. And spread the cheer and pick up Jingle All the Way, where the top prize is a whopping $100,000. Make this a holiday to remember with the lottery's All About the Jingle scratch-offs. Holiday Jingle, more Jingle, and Jingle All the Way. Win up to $100,000. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today at any lottery retailer. Happy holidays from the Louisiana Lottery, giving you a season of smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
2 blowouts punctuate the Prep Classic at the Superdome. In the Division I Select Championship, Edna Carr out of New Orleans beat Alexandria Senior High 53-8. Alexandria coach Thomas Bachman says that one loss does not take away from the team's accomplishments all season long.
Been a lot to get to this point. Kids are incredible. That's the thing, man. They have worked their tail off. No matter what anybody told them, they kept believing. Proud of them.
Later in the Division I non-select title game, Central out of Baton Rouge annihilated Ruston 42-0. Central coach David Seminoes said his team proved a lot of people wrong.
Nobody gave us much of an opportunity to win this football game, and I thought our kids were confident through it all and just continued to prepare to perform each and every single day, no matter what type of outside noise and what type of naysayers there were. And I think they were confident in their ability to just trust and respect one another.
Cecilia, Sterlington, South Plaquemine, Archbishop Shaw Catholic, New Iberia, and Vermilion Catholic also won state championships. LRN.
No more mold, no more damage, no more outdated old bathroom, no more slipping and hurting, no more stress. Make your ordinary bathroom extraordinary for only $99 per month. New shower, new door, new tub, new wall, new anti-slip technology. Be stress-free. Call 800-770-5322. BCI Bath and Shower is made in America for the highest quality. Ask about our military and senior discounts. Your dream bathroom in as little as 1 day. First 50 callers save $1,500 on a never clear glass treated door. Call now for free premium color upgrades. 800-770-5322. Call BCI Bath and Shower, the the leader in bathroom remodeling. Be smart, save, and stay a step ahead of inflation with our interest-free financing options. Call 800-770-5322. Love your bathroom with free upgrades. Call 800-770-5322. That's 800-770-5322.
Golden Motors has the vehicles you need, whether it's a car, truck, SUV, or van. Golden Motors has it. If it's a commercial vehicle desired, we got it. Flatbed or service body trucks for your fleet or that hard-to-find full-size passenger van or cargo van, we got it. Serving our community for 70-plus years, making us proud. And we appreciate every single one of you. Golden Motors, Highway 3235 on the back road. And cutoff, price is priority. Chevy together, let's drive.
Hello, friends and family. Back again to talk about Dufresne Building Materials. Did you know that we have a new updated online order system called Dufresne Easy Buy? Come see us at DufresneLumber.com to check it out and get you started with a free quote. We now have 8 convenient locations to serve you, which include Cutoff, Thibodaux, Luling, Bellchase, Araby, Slidell, Gulfport, and Grand Isle. And no matter how big we grow as a company, we promise to keep that local family business feel and welcome you with a smile. So come give the local guys a try and experience the Dufresne difference.
Welcome back to Talk on the Bike. Ken at the mic, Truck at the mic, but Bud at the mic, and Master Control. And Talk on the Bike brought to all of us by Thibodaux Regional Health System, the Diabetes Self-Management Program at Thibodaux Regional offers comprehensive diabetes service, instruction, and support. Rev, RTC, E-Tel, and Vision Communications are now Rev, Kaylee B's internet service provider for streaming, and Lady of the Sea General Hospital, focusing on quality health care. Phone line is open at 693-1600 if you'd like to give us a call. I see a 20-year-old was arrested, booked in shooting outside Superdome after state championship. One person was arrested as nearby officers who were there escorting teams to the game responded quickly, rendering life-saving aid to the victim. And of course, a man was injured and another was arrested following a shooting near Champion Square late Friday night. Seems as if you should just be able to go to a ball game and not worry about getting shot. The New Orleans Police Department said the incident occurred just after 11 p.m. in the 700 block of LaSalle Street, the location of Champion Square, shortly after a concert at the Smoothie King Center and the high school football state championship game at the Superdome. NOPD arrested Gavin Calais, 1L, as the suspected shooter and booked him in the New Orleans Justice Center on one count of attempted second-degree murder and a weapons violation charge. Bond has been set at $300,000 to $250,000 for attempted murder charge and $50,000 for discharging a firearm. Police say the victim and his family, along with Calais and his girlfriend, were exiting the football game. The victim and Calais allegedly got into an argument. Police said the victim was then allegedly shot by Calais.
I noticed the way you covered for our local Gavin Calais. You said Calais with 1L.
Well,
so
that's how it's spelled.
Our local Gavin is innocent on this
Absolutely.
one, so, but it is bad and sad. So
somebody puts
anyway,
and I'm quoting. Situations such as this can be very traumatic, so parents, sit down and talk with your kids. It's okay to be upset about it. It's okay to be fearful, and it's okay to be glad you weren't injured. All of these things are natural responses to unnatural circumstances. And I'm quoting again, we got everyone home safe and sound, and for that I give God the glory. So, yes, it's always good to get back to your home front, so to speak.
693-1600. Any issues or comments you want to make on Talking to Bayou, give us a holler.
Yeah.
KLEB1600.com. We're also streaming live on YouTube, Coastal Broadcasting Network channel. If you go on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and hopefully give us a like. And if you don't like the episode, give us a thumbs down.
Well,
and there's you can always leave a brief comment, and we'll if you have a question, we'll look at it and try to answer it. So,
and we like talking about what you like talking about, and listening to you, and doing some research and coming up with ideas. We enjoy that very, very much.
We still have a lot to cover in the 10th Ward coming up in the next few weeks, and again, we're hopefully going to take our Crime Wave show and expand that to cover a lot more local issues and get away from we have unlimited area coverage because of the internet, but we need to discuss area crimes in Lafourche and Terrebonne more than other parishes, because those are the parishes that are hearing this station. We have our faithful down the river listeners on 1600 AM, but that signal goes all over the place as compared to 102.7 FM. But that being said, we're trying to make Kelly be a little bit more relevant compared to years before, when we had 100.3 at 89,000 watts of power. Now we have an 850 watt Bic lighter, a blowtorch.
There we go.
Covering South Lafourche. So.
But right now you can give us a call at 693-1600. If there's something that you'd like to discuss, we'd like to hear from you.
We had a very nice weekend. I thought it sprinkled overnight one of the nights because the ditches had a little water in them. But other than that, I was ready to do my final cut of the year at the tower sites, but I just couldn't get motivated enough to get cranked up. You do Sports Corner, so I'm here till noon on Saturdays, and by the time I recovered from that, it's mid-afternoon,
and you want to go home and you want to watch some football on TV, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sunday morning,
what?
We had an 8 o'clock biddy basketball game at the Cutoff Youth Center, and then went to Mass at 10 o'clock. And by the time you get out of Mass, it's 11.
And the eyelids start to get a little droopy, or what?
Well, the NFL.
Yeah, that's on.
Sleep time, Anyway, I had my wager against the Saints, and
again,
yes, and it was a parlay with. I took a crazy bet of 6 teams, and I won. But man, it got down to that going for 2, and I knew they weren't going to make it. As the Saints. You go for 2 on the road, not at home.
Yeah, I didn't exactly understand that.
I think Rizzi is a little too excited, and they need to calm him down a little bit.
He wanted to make the big play. He wanted to make the big show, and it backfired.
It backfired. It knocked them out of the playoffs. I think that was the official knockout punch.
And it's kind of tough when you take yourself out of that situation. It's tough.
Yeah, it is. It is. You're playing I'm going to say second half you played some decent football and got back into the game. But anyway.
And if you want to talk about it, the phone line is open at 693-1600.
But I'd rather keep the Saints talk.
Yeah.
For 11 o'clock play-by-play. I'm sure they're going to have all the details. Casey
and the opinions. And these are people who follow sports each and every day.
We don't follow sports.
Well, kind of we do, but we don't follow sports. We're talking about it now.
We precede sports show. Anyway, we're here.
I see that in a story out of Baton Rouge, more than 40,000 Christmas tree light controllers sold at probably our two major retailers in our area have been recalled due to a fire hazard. So be careful out there. And you may want to read that story. It's according to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, more than 44,000 wireless decorative Christmas tree light controllers have been recalled because the wireless receiver can overheat, posing a fire hazard.
A lot of these are engineered a little too quick. They're manufactured in, I assume, China, and the quality of the work is sometimes not complete, and that leads to issues. So we need to bring those jobs back to America, and let's make America great again.
This is called Tree Lighting Switch, and it says goes on to say the company that manufactures these controllers, it's called Mr. Christmas, said they received 10 reports of overheating and 1 report of a fire, but no reports of injuries. Controllers were sold in stores from July through November for between $25 and $50.
Speaking of trees and lighting,
yes,
do you have an so-called live tree, a real tree, or artificial, or any tree?
I do have a tree that the boss put up.
The tree, was it live at one time, or did she put up an artificial tree?
I prefer to that information stay anonymous.
We have an artificial tree.
Yes. They seem to last a little longer.
Yeah, this one's about 20 years old, but anyway, today's society, I would rather a live tree, so-called live tree, natural live tree, to get that smell in the house.
But nowadays you can buy something you can spray but it's not the same, is it? Is that what you're going to say?
My tree looks too perfect, and I'd rather the live trees. You're not hurting the world by buying a live Christmas tree, so-called live, a cut tree, because there's tree farms. And in Louisiana, Dr. Mike Strain, our commissioner of ag, was saying that there's several farms that grow these blue spruces or whatever type of Christmas trees. They have farms that have acres and acres of these trees, and all year they prune and shape these trees as they're growing. And you can go out, drive up to the pasture or whatever, wherever they're growing them, and you get to walk around and pick the tree you want, and they'll cut it right there on the spot and put it in these plastic nets so you can haul it home.
It's a pretty neat process, and I think that the bottom line is dealing with local people who are selling a fairly local product.
Yeah, well, one of our clients, seasonal clients, Neil's Small Engine, they've got a load of trees in their yard. On 3235, it's a little difficult to see sometimes, but it's closer to their building than it is to the highway. But they still have several trees left, and I'm pretty sure that they'd wheel and deal with you. But again, a great variety. But by looking at the slant to the vertical height of the trees, that they've got small trees, medium trees, and real large ones. So stop by Neil's, check out their trees. We should get them on the line so they can tell us what they have.
That might be a good idea. Certainly, we can do that. But I'm looking at there are a number of Christmas tree farms, and I don't know that I knew this, in Louisiana, mostly up in central and north Louisiana, in Grant and Benton and Houghton and Shreveport and Independence and Rayville and places like that, Pearl River and Covington. And it's good to know that we can, I guess you can even buy directly from the grower himself or herself. And
right, that's what I said earlier.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
And
you can
again,
you can Google that. Just type in Louisiana Christmas trees.
Made in Louisiana.
Yeah.
But again, they grow these trees in central part of Louisiana to the north. Why? Less bugs.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like flowers. What's the town south of Alexandria where they have hundreds and hundreds of greenhouses, where, I mean, you name it, you can buy flowers there. And I'm thinking, why don't we have that back home? And when Bobby Fletcher was here, his answer was the freeze belt. They're right at that freeze belt area, the freeze line, and the insect bug population drops dramatically in that area compared to hot and warm and moist area over here. So anyway, it's not insect free, but I'm still trying to think of the town, but it's you're driving on your way to technically Fort Polk or Fort Jackson, whatever it's called today, but just south of Alec.
In that area, it's not a long drive, and certainly it's kind of well worth. Yeah, it's a day trip, and certainly it's well worth your while. As you said, you're buying locally, and I guess that's something we can kind of research and look at, and maybe I'll do that during the upcoming break. It'll only take me a minute or so, and we'll take a look at that. And not that we're trying to endorse anybody's specific problem, but certainly if you can buy a Louisiana product, you can do so.
I think we're endorsing Louisiana.
Yeah, and I think you're right, and that's pretty much the bottom line. So I'll see if I get a chance to look at that during the break. If not, I'll research it this evening or when I get home. And let's see. Louisiana Choose and Cut Christmas Tree Farms. And I'm not going to endorse anybody, but you have places in Bossier, Caddo, Livingston, Washita.
Or drive the cutoff.
Damn it, you drive the cutoff. I guess this is where you can buy them locally, perhaps have them cut locally as well.
Excuse me.
And that's we will excuse you. So anyway, that's just kind of how we look at that, and look at buying. Let's see if I can look at Louisiana news today and kind of look at that from this point. But system outage reported at Louisiana Office of Motor Vehicles. So just be reminded of that. Again, system outage. If you're trying to do some business, reported Louisiana Office of Motor Vehicles. So they're having a tough time as well. The Louisiana Office of Motor Vehicles, OMV, announced earlier today that its system is temporarily down. The OMV confirmed that it is currently unable to process driver's license, vehicle registration, and reinstatement transactions. And that was about an hour ago. So we're hoping that they can get back online. We're talking to Truck. I know you had to leave for a moment about the Louisiana Office of Motor Vehicles. The OMV announced earlier today that its system is temporarily down.
Uh-oh.
Now, that was about an hour ago. Hopefully they're back up, and as soon as we get some information regarding that, we'll let you know. So just be patient. The OMV confirmed that it's currently unable to process driver's license, vehicle registration, and reinstatement transactions. So be patient with them. I guess what goes around comes around, so to speak. Phone line open, 693-1600. You want to give us a call, feel free to do so, and we'll put you right on. And let's see if there's anything else here of local interest, which we try to give you as much as possible. I want to get out of that. But that's pretty much the bottom line, is trying to deal local as much as possible. And Chuck, that's something through this radio station that you've dealt with for many years, is dealing locally for products and services. At least that's what I think.
That's it. Obviously, seafood. We have been stressing to buy Louisiana seafood versus imported seafood. We'll always be pushing for that, and you know, if we ignore our shrimpers, they're going to disappear,
right.
And they are disappearing.
Yeah, system outage reported Louisiana Office of Motor Vehicles. So that's not just something local. I guess that's statewide.
Wait. Oh, all right. I was still on the shrimp boat.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just trying to get this in case somebody's trying to get through to the system. You're not going to get it done right away. Go ahead.
No, I'm just waiting.
And phone line is open, by the way, 693-1600. You can give us a call, something that you'd like to talk about. But the OMV confirmed that it's currently unable to process driver's license, vehicle registration, and reinstatement transactions. So be patient, and they'll get you on as back in the system as soon as possible. Phone line open, 693-1600. I was trying to see if there's any other Louisiana news today. And go ahead.
Well, LRN gives us our daily dose of highlights.
Right.
But again, back to our issues in Lafourche Parish. We as a radio station, I think, have to make a better effort of contacting, at least making an effort to contact our council men and women and invite them to come in the air and talk about issues and needs in their particular district and issues and needs of the parish. And what we have going on from good old Cutoff Elementary, and I don't want to beat up on Cutoff Elementary, but we have drainage, we have issues, building issues, Golden Meadow Middle School, the distribution of displacement of kids. That's got to play a mental game in their head, getting out of their normal schooling routine, having to balance homework, online work, classroom work, and it's got to be exhaustive for the kids. But I'm not trying to make it easier for them, but we are sure making it difficult for them to get an education. And Cut Off Elementary, it's can't say enough about the health issues. And again, I would like to get school board members. I don't know if they're allowed to talk on behalf of the school board, but local school board members.
But they can talk about their districts.
Local council men and women to talk about their districts and the alleged issues that are in the district. If there is some misspending, then let's see where the misspending is. You know, if people say, or I think we were, or a councilman accused another council person of, I guess, misspending or spending tax dollars on a private project, and it was a pre-approved project. Then, you know, voting, if you're abstaining from voting on an issue, so you're I guess, to keep the conflict of interest away from you, fine. But if you vote for a budget that includes your particular project that's in question, then it's a tough call on what do you do as a council person. I don't know what's the right way to abstain on voting. It's either up or down vote on a budget. I don't know if that is the particular case, or can you vote for a budget but abstain on a particular project that's
right
on the annual budget. I don't know the answer to that. I'd have to have parish president, I assume, to help us on that one. And when is our parish president due on his monthly?
I'll have to look that up. I don't have my book open at this time.
Okay, but does he come towards the end of the month, the beginning of the month? Because if it's the end of the month, I don't want to use Christmas as an excuse for not showing up, because we have too many unanswered questions right now, that issues that need to be addressed. But anyway, our council people, I hope we're making an effort for Councilman Otan to come on, who covers District 7, my personal council person.
About Delynn Chasson.
Delynn Chasson.
She's coming on tomorrow at 10:30.
At 10:30. Great.
According to my book, anyway.
Well, we need to do a again, as a radio station, we need to do a better job of promoting and letting people know who will be on for the week, who will be on, on a monthly basis. Our website should reflect that, but again, I don't think we have your calendar on the website, but that's an improvement that we need to make.
Absolutely.
But
we're ready for a timeout.
Go ahead.
Let's take a quick time out. We're going to come back after our LRN News and Weather, brought to us by State Bank and Trust Company, Cajun Banking Served just the way you like it, member FDIC, and Lady of the Sea General Hospital, focusing on quality health care. We'll be right back.
Raging Cajun weather for tonight. Calls for partly cloudy skies with patchy fog at a low of 59. We'll have patchy fog well into Tuesday morning. Through the day, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 72. We'll have mostly cloudy conditions Tuesday night with patchy fog at a low of 59. Again, we'll have patchy fog early Wednesday. Through the day, it'll be partly sunny with a chance of afternoon showers, our high 72. Thursday, we'll have sunshine, our high 62. Again, overnight, expect a low of 59. And I'm Rod Tanner on the Raging Cajun.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Andrew Greenstein. Late last week, the Louisiana Department of Health detected the first possible human case of the highly pathogenic strain of bird flu. The state says the person lives in southwest Louisiana and is hospitalized. State epidemiologist Teresa Sokol says while public risk is low, the risk is there.
Humans can get the bird flu if they come in close, direct, unprotected contact with infected animals or their environments, or they have exposure to contaminated cow's milk from infected cows.
To boost NAL efforts at LSU, head football coach Brian Kelly announced the $1 million match challenge. Kelly says he and his wife will match up to $1 million in new money donated through NIL for football. Tiger Rag magazine editor Glenn Gilbo says one thing that may have motivated Kelly to put up his own money is better job security.
It behooves Brian Kelly to pay money to get better players, because the better players he gets will make him money or keep him from getting fired.
LRN.
Healthcare.gov has plans for health because you have plans for life. All plans cover doctor visits and emergency care to keep you and your family running strong. All plans cover hospital stays and prescriptions so you can have peace of mind. Visit healthcare.gov to explore health plans from the brands you know. 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Final deadline to enroll is January 15th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
It's time to start betting on yourself. Louisiana 988 can help if you're dealing with tough emotions caused by gambling habits. You can share as much or as little as you want, and it's completely confidential. It's free, available 24/7, and most people who reach out report feeling better right in the moment. Call or text 988 anytime.
The 2024 Prep Classic saw 3 teams from the Acadiana area win state championships.
The Prep Classic kicked off with Vermilion Catholic winning its 3rd state championship with a 33-21 win over Ouachita Christian. Catholic New Iberia won its first state title since 2017 with a 31-28 win over Dunham. Panthers coach Matt Desermo wins a state title in his 2nd season back at his alma mater.
What most people don't know about this group of guys is they've never won a playoff football game up until this year. So to do what they did is so special.
And Cecilia won its first state championship since 1995 with a dramatic 35-32 win over Franklinton. I'm Sean Burns.
1 week after dominating Yoel Lafayette in the Sun Belt Championship game, Marshall has pulled out of the Independence Bowl. With scores of players opting out or entering the transfer portal, the Thundering Herd did not have enough players to take the field against Army. Louisiana Tech, with a record of 5-7, is stepping in to take on the American Athletic Conference champion Black Knights. LRN.
The law office of Tommy J. Botto is based out of South Louisiana and focuses primarily on car wrecks with injury, offshore and maritime cases, and personal injury claims. Tommy J. Botto was born and raised right here in South Lafourche and will work hard on your case to make sure that you get what you deserve, putting the personal service back into personal injury. So if you're hurt in a wreck or if you're injured offshore, there's only one name you need to know. You better call Bado.
Looking to get in the best shape of your life? Come to Absolute Fitness, your ultimate workout destination. Whether you're into strength training, cardio, or group fitness classes, Absolute Fitness has it all. Choose yourself and see the results you've always wanted. Join a community of fitness enthusiasts and stay motivated every step of the way. Whether you're into strength training, cardio, or group fitness classes, Absolute Fitness has it all. Absolute Fitness, your journey to fitness starts here.
Gators Power Systems is the area's leading Kohler standby generator solution, specializing in maintenance, repair, and installation on all major brands, from gas to diesel and 2kW to 2000. Home or commercial, our team has you covered. Our factory certified technicians and installers are highly trained to provide response and repair when you need it the most. We service what we sell, period. Trust the Gen Gators, where we sink our teeth into service.
We're Rev Business, the local provider of internet, phone, and managed services. Our 90 years of experience has taught us that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Visit us at letsrev.biz. Rev Business.
Home health services in South Lafourche are vital right now. Look no further than Lady of the Sea Home Health. For the sick, the elderly, and the homebound, our caring staff makes each day a little brighter, a little better. With quality health care and warm, genuine support, you and your loved ones are the most comfortable, content, and independent in your own home. Speak to your physician today about home health services from Lady of the Sea. Call 985-632-6900 for more information. Quality health care locally for you.
And welcome back to Talk on the Bike. Ken at the mic, Truck at the mic, Bud at the mic, and Master Control. And Talk on the Bayou. And LRN News and Weather brought to us by Lady of the Sea General Hospital, focusing on quality health care and State Bank and Trust Company. Gauging banking served just the way you like it, member FDIC. And certainly we want to give a big tip of our caps as well to our Talk on the Bayou sponsors. Thibodeau Regional Health System, the Diabetes Self-Management Program at Thibodeau Regional offers comprehensive diabetes service, instruction, and support. Rev, RTC, E-Tel, and Vision Communications are now Rev. Gailey B's internet service provider for streaming, and the aforementioned Lady of the Sea General Hospital, focusing on
the law office
quality
of Tommy J. Bayou is
There we go. Thank you, Tommy. Anyway, that's what we have there. Phone line is open at 693-1600. If you'd like to give us a call, we'd like to hear from you. And if you missed this announcement before, system outage at Louisiana Office of Motor Vehicles. So hopefully they're back on. I think that was about an hour and a half ago. And the OMV confirmed that it was currently, at that time, unable to process driver's license, vehicle registration, and reinstatement transactions. And at least at that time, they didn't have an estimated time of restoration.
Well, just put your driver's license renewal needs off for a day or so. Let them catch up. But anyway, 693-1600 if you have any comments you'd like to make.
Questions?
Give us a call. I'm going to go back to the time of year. Shrimp season should be shutting down fairly soon there, buddy. Doesn't it shut down around Christmas?
Around December, yeah. That's the way it
We're
used
in
to be.
December. Buddy's concentrating on something else. But if our shrimpers make one last trip for the year, make sure you try to help them out and bring your ice chests and buy right off the back of the boat. The Ag Center started a program in Delcom called Delcom Direct, and our sister station KANE does a terrific job with Mr. Hemel, who is the Ag Center's field rep, and he does a great job of developing and promoting the Delcom Direct program. So they're situated a little different. Delcom is only, I think, 5, 6, 8 miles from New Iberia. But, they're a 30-minute drive or so from Lafayette, but you have all the Youngsville, Broussard area that people will drive down on a Saturday morning for the Delcom Direct when they know shrimp boats are coming in, and they have lines of people with their ice chests, and they service the individuals relatively quick. It's the same thing up and down Bayou Lafourche. The Williams boys in Galliano, the Lario boys in Cutoff and La Rose, and the E-Mards on, I think, 308. And I'm seeing more and more vessels, people setting up these small coolers and what have you on the buyer side with some signage and stuff where they're selling more and more off the back of the boats. Now, I know Dean Blanchard Seafood probably doesn't like this, but Dean deals a lot with the stuff coming out the Gulf and coming out of the Grand Isle area, but we have a lot of vessels that are shrimping off of Dulac, and it's a big, it's an out-of-the-way trip to travel to Grand Isle, where they can come home, spend the evenings at home, and sell their shrimp during the day. So the Ag Center, the Louisiana Department of Ag, helps out with signage, and the Seafood Promotions Board does support the efforts.
I think it's pretty neat, or it was back in the day, waking up early, whatever day it was, probably often on a Saturday morning, and going trawling, and with my father-in-law and some gentleman named Layman.
Those were the days,
Those were
my
good
boy.
days.
Well, I went...
and I never understood. They were talking to each other. I never understood a word they said.
Oh, yeah,
So I put myself on the front and take a nap.
Yeah,
until it was time to bring in the boards and all that.
Oh, then they put the young muscle man to work.
Put the whippersnapper to work.
Now, I would always get up at 3 o'clock, jump in the truck, have the boat ready to rock and roll, and head towards the boat launch and try to be in the water by 5 and be on location right at sunrise or before. I know once the season opens, you can shrimp anytime, but opening day, you had to wait till daybreak.
That's right.
6 a.m., I think the official time was, but it was weird. At 6, you could hear all the boats pulling their nets. So
but
they didn't know what time zone they were in.
Those are fun times, and spending time with my father-in-law and your dad. Oh my goodness!
Well,
I didn't understand anything they were talking about because it was all French. But what the heck?
It's normal for us. You're
I
the
know.
outside.
Well, I didn't say that I had a problem.
Adapt.
I didn't have a problem. Well, I wasn't going to learn the language overnight.
Wow.
But we had a good time. Bottom line, and usually caught a fair amount of shrimp. That was what was important to us.
Catching fresh shrimp. There's nothing like a front coming through and the shrimp coming out the marsh and into my nets. That was like having a green thumb with a garden.
Now, what do you remember about trawling with your dad?
A lot of work, back-breaking work. Now, raising the anchor every morning, that was the toughest part. I weighed 120, 130 pounds, maybe, soaking wet, and try to pick up a 75-pound anchor off the front of a boat. Let's go to the phone lines.
Bonjour, you're on live on Talk on the Bayou.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man. Go ahead. Turn down your
Nolan,
phone.
can I get on?
You're on live right now as we speak.
You're like, okay, I can't understand. I'll just hang up. I'm watching it.
You're on a time delay of about 40 seconds, so you need to turn down your TV.
Is that Nolan?
Sounds like Nolan Booty.
Okay.
No, we can hear you. All you need to do is turn down your radio.
Turn it off.
Or turn it off.
Hey, I was.
There you go.
Hey.
Can we help you?
Hey, Truck. This is Nolan Booty, and I just wanted to let you know I was perusing the YouTube channel. I came across you guys. I can start watching you every day, and actually watch you.
That's right, and don't forget, Crime Wave. We're looking for local crimes. We're going to solve these crimes.
You know, crime is such. I mean, I'm sure glad it's in the scope now, and people are really paying attention to it. And thank God, things are going to turn around, and people. You know, I'm hoping we're going to get more police support and more all kinds of support for the law. And I mean, maybe it's the time we're going to go back to where things were civilized. But anyway, that sounds like a commercial, don't I?
No, but Nolan, what is going on in Orleans Parish? I mean, it makes me want to stay away from the city. How can I go to an NBA basketball game, a high school playoff game, and feel safe getting back to my car? It's scary, you know.
It is what you call details with the devil, and it's just I guess I don't know. New Orleans has always been kind of strange with crime. You know, you have these young thugs who just don't have any sense of, I guess they don't have any sense of responsibility, or they want to make a niche or a name for themselves, and they wind up killing somebody, and they think that's they're gangsters. And the music, the culture, who knows? But New Orleans is such a beautiful, or was such a beautiful city. I used to say you can go to New Orleans, but they need to put a sign on the outskirts and at your own risk.
Well, with Super Bowl coming up in just a few weeks, it's a shame that there's a dark shadow cast on the city right now. And I just hope nothing stupid happens during Super Bowl week. Well, I hope it never happens, but especially the week leading up to the Super Bowl, it would be a real black eye for something ridiculous to have more shootings, and any loss of life is important.
It is important, and the whole world's watching, and the whole world is looking from this past election. And I don't want to get political, but it looks like the people want to go back to being civilized and working to where they can support themselves and have a nice house and a nice car. And you know, it's just time to do away with all this crap, especially with New Orleans. I hope this mayor, our mayor there, she can see all this, and maybe she's listening to the show so she can maybe take our advice.
Well, apparently she's been deaf for the last several years, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw my endorsement for Helena Marino, former state rep, current council person in New Orleans. She's announced her run for mayor. And I think Miss Helena Moreno would do a fantastic job running the city of New Orleans.
These people are starting to see the light, and these politicians, and they just want to do good. And I think it's I use this word reset, and I hope it's a reset to the point where people are just so, they're looking for normal, and they're looking for crime being corrected, and so this councilman, man. I mean, what's his name?
Her name, Helena Moreno.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to look into him, and
into her.
You might want to. Look, Jerry, if you're endorsing him, I know it's got a pretty much good idea of how you are. I know it's pretty much got a good idea that crime will be on he can get crime on the run and get this city back to where it should be.
She has done a good job of staying on top of things over the past few years.
Yes, she's a great communicator, and I think she'll get agencies to work together instead of separate. All these little kingdoms within the city of New Orleans that have been created over the decades. It's time we break the shields that they're working under, and make it one united city.
You're absolutely right. I'm going to go ahead and hang out and let you get on with business, but now I know where I can come every day and listen to Kenny and tell Buddy hello from me. Talk to y'all guys later.
All right. We appreciate the call very, very much.
Hello from Nolan.
There we go. And you were talking about Helena Moreno, and of course she's been very active for the New Orleans City Council, etc. And I see something on my laptop that says Helena Moreno for mayor. A new direction, it says.
That's Helena is obviously announced, and there's several other names that are circulating. Royce Duplessis, I think he's a senator now, but he was a young state rep when I was on my way out. His name is being floated as a potential candidate, but J.P. Morrell, I don't know if he's gonna run, but he's a former senator. But they're all New Orleanians. They're not transplants such as Miss Cantrell. They're from New Orleans, born and raised in the area, so their roots are here, and hopefully the city elects, or the parish, the city elects a mayor that's going to care. So
I think that's the bottom line is you have to address the problems that New Orleans has and rectify those problems and look at the different situations that are keeping people out of New Orleans.
That's it.
Why don't I go the way I used to go, not often, but occasionally we would go to New Orleans, have a nice meal, maybe walk around the French Quarter, and now it's just not the same.
That's the last thing I think I would want to do is walk around the French Quarter.
That's what I'm saying. We used to do that. Now,
nope, not this guy. But anyway, I was going to open up the phone lines, but it's about that time for us to make room for the two young pups that are coming up. I don't know what shape Coach Brian's in.
He's always in good shape.
He flew. I don't know if he was the pilot, but he flew the plane to Tampa, spent the weekend, and poof, he's back. And I think Casey spent the weekend in a gym somewhere. So, anyhow, play-by-play coming up 11:01 Monday through Friday.
And everything you need to know about the world of sports, they cover it. That's what I like.
They're going to be covering the state championship football results, and former South Lafourche coach Dennis Gaines, who we talked to this past Saturday, will be on, I believe, today, and
he's
several
operating.
other coaches.
He's operating out west a little bit
out
more.
of Cecilia,
yeah,
north of Brobridge. But anyway,
not too far away, just about that time.
Yes,
I guess we can say our goodbyes. Truck, great job as always, but Bud, no doubt about it. Talking to Bayou, brought to all of us by Lady of the Sea General Hospital, focusing on quality health care. Rev, RTC, E-Tel, and Vision Communications are now Rev, Kaylee Beach internet service provider for streaming and Thibodeau Regional Health System. The Heart and Vascular Center, Thibodeau Regional, offers a team of surgeons, cardiologists, nurses, and technicians to provide complete cardiovascular services. And we also want to give a tip of the cap to Rev. They are the official internet provider for KLEB streaming, and you have about 60 seconds right now, Truck. How does all that work, the streaming?
Very complicated.
Is it? No.
Well, KLEB1600.com, and you can listen or get on YouTube, Coastal Broadcasting Network, and look up the different programs that we create every day and in the past, and you could click and watch YouTube.
You can't make it any more easy than that.
That's about 60 seconds.
There you go. Thank you, Bud, once again. Talking to Bayou again, brought to all of us by Thibodeau Regional Health System, Rev, and Lady of the Sea General Hospital. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a great rest of the day, and may God bless.